Greetings, dear ones. I am Observer. I join you this day because a shift of energy lies just ahead. There are opportunities for you to see each other at higher levels, and that is the energy that we're hoping will ground over this next several months. Stepping up may not be an easy process, especially as division continues to grow. With the health struggles recently, it has become more difficult to take those steps up. And yet, if you can only reach out your hands to harmonize with those around you, you'll understand how simple all of it can be. You become incredibly strong and focused when you actually reach out in that way. Sometimes others are focused in a different way, or perhaps you don't want to get too close physically. Remember, it's the vibratory harmony of the human heart that is making all the difference in the world. The human heart is naturally empathetic and wired for good. It is basically speaks its own language of harmony. Allow that energy to rise, for even if you are separated in other ways, you'll implant important seeds of light in the future. When humans are stressed in one area of life, the spirit tends to find other ways of expression. Like a person who loses sight and finds that their hearing sharpens, your spirit is a master adapter, or you would not be here at this time. Look for the ways that you can empathize with others. Even if your beliefs are different, look for the sparkle of spirit within others and celebrate them when possible. Technologies on Earth have offered people the ability to create their own self-focused reality. This has greatly added to the separation and mistrust in common truths, and values added even more. Yet, at some point, the human heart will rise, and you'll see each other's spirits again. Light workers on Earth have placed yourselves to be here at exact moments of time-space to complete contracts and expand the light. Indeed, dear ones, these are the opportunities for the expansion of light. You see, there's an entirely new level of work directly ahead. There's a new life, which you don't have to go home to go into. It's a step up, and not a reincarnation. That's new, and all eyes of the universe are on the planet Earth and the game of free choice to see what's going to happen during these next steps. In these ways, you are expanding God. New templates. Dear ones, only the bravest of spirits have incarnated during these times. Every one of you has a role in these next steps, and you brought the blueprints with you. You've also reestablished many of your own physical connections with the physical. For those of you 33 years of age and older, you most likely entered the game with the aid of a physical template. These were templates that were used to allow your spirit to adhere to a physical form. It simply made it easier for you to pretend to be a human and to take physical form. There were only 500 basic templates in the beginning, so you would choose one of the templates that would provide you a vehicle to grow into during your journey on planet Earth. You've done quite well with these templates, and the majority still use them today. However, a little over 3 decades ago, humans exceeded the need for the templates, and many were able to release them, and many started coming in without them. The release. Dear ones, a global release of the templates is taking place now with the aid of the virus and what it has done on this planet. The virus has allowed each and every person to loosen the physical body's grip on the ethereal body. It's the grip on the template, and the human are still in crisis mode. Even though the gifts of the virus were accomplished some time back, a lack of unity has allowed it to stay and grow. This makes space for frustration, anger, conspiracy theories, and great frustrations, further separation. Please keep in mind that the separation is only possible in the lowest vibrational levels of life. Stepping up will not resolve these issues, but it can certainly place them in a different perspective. one where they may not actually exist. Because humans no longer need any templates. It has allowed the expansion of spirit on the game board. More is to come, as this next step allows your spirit to walk in your own physical body every day. Can you imagine what that would be like? Well, most of you can. The spirit does not react in the same way that the physical being reacts. Without reactions, humans cannot be controlled in the same ways. New levels of awareness emerge as human empathy grows and spreads on Earth. The waves. Everything on your side of the veil is expressed in waves, which allows for the illusion of time your game is based upon. So when you experience a wave of anything, your natural tendency is to resist at first, but soon integrate and then pass it on. As you start walking with your spirit in a new harmony, will start to emerge, because you are much more in control by carrying a higher percentage of your spirit versus your physical body. Many people are actually having physical problems that are not related to the virus. People on planet Earth are starting to rectify things that they've carried in their bodies for quite some time, which is to prepare for the next step into the next level. By releasing the templates, the physical body can start to align for the next stage. All of these are physical adjustments, although they can take somewhat different forms. A trail of light in a field of chaos. You're likely to see drama behind you, dear ones. Eddy currents that follow the sides and behind you. These are natural swirls of energy forming perpendicular to your movements. It could be said that these energetic currents take your essence and blend it into the surrounding fields as you move around. You are experiencing that right now. So the idea is to become aware that you are a conscious being of light traveling through a field of chaos. Although everything has order, most cannot see it. Because as a being walks through that field, energy field, it is very chaotic. You leave a trail of light behind you that very few people are aware of. Now is a time to be consciously aware that every time you smile at someone, implant a seed of light. Every time you give someone a compliment from the heart, empower them or offer assistance in any way, that trail becomes even brighter. Eventually it turns into a network of light that expands. As you leave a trail of light, you change lives that touch it in every moment. Although that has probably been your purpose of consciousness for quite some time on planet Earth, right now it is so incredibly powerful. There are several things that are coming forward, and one of them, as we've mentioned for quite a while, is that you've moved into the time of no more secrets on planet Earth. You're starting to become aware of that, and with every day you can see that energy around you. It's really nothing to fear, but it is a change, and there's a lot of it going on. So keep your eye on that ball. Above all, don't let it distract you from the heart energy. It is the head that keeps spinning the circles, trying to figure something out. Many times when the heart already knows the answer, the head is just trying to figure out which box it can fit into. Play your part. You've also brought a very special piece with you. Many of you already know what it is. For many, you have found your passions, your connections, and the best ways to express them. One of the things that many people do is to take the big steps, to go through life planning ahead, deciding what you want to become, so you take courses and attend workshops and become that person. You decide, for instance, that you want to practice a certain form of healing, so you take courses to become that form of a healer and consciously evolve yourself in many different ways. What we see, dear ones, is how you already have most of what you need here. We're not discouraging you from adding these new aspects to yourself, because that will become very important and give you confidence. However, when you're called, don't wait. Answer that call Even if you may not have everything perfectly in place, my life is moving very quickly now. Are you ready? Even though most of you have been expecting these changes for quite some time, they're about to start seeing some of the physical changes. Because these opportunities that lay ahead are actually shifts of energy, it will take quite some time to happen. Your technologies have evolved at exponential rates. This creates difficulties because it creates little worlds containing only people who agree with you, resulting in self-fulfilling prophecies. The same technologies hold many of the answers that you're searching for as a collective to assist you moving forward in both your physical health and the health of Mother Earth. There are more viruses, as you call them, out there waiting to cross over from the animal kingdom to the human kingdom. Your ability to work together as a collective is critical to the future of humanity. Almost all of you have invested in many lifetimes before on Earth, or you would not be here at this moment if you did not have an important role to play. Soon there will come a time for all to clarify their vibration. Many reading these words will activate to assist in this process. But when you are called upon, if you step back rather than step forward, you may miss the opportunity for you to ground that light, the light of your heart. So these are the times to know what you stand for and what's truly important. Stand back and look at the larger picture. If you look at every aspect of that larger picture, there's never division, because you're all connected heart to heart. It's the veil that makes you believe you're separate from each other, giving you the opportunity to play games that enforce separation. The magic years are directly ahead, if you will allow them. 2021. This next year is liable to be a pivotal point in your history, which is why you're here. Welcome home, dear ones. You made it. Your seat has been reserved, and it's had your name on it this whole time. When you're called, stand up and step up. Stand in your truth of the heart and the connection of all beings. It's with the greatest of honor, dear ones, that we ask you to treat each other with respect. As you look into the eyes of each other, you will see God, the spirit that you knew from home. Nurture one another at every opportunity. Play well together as you create a magical new game of light. Play well together. Aspavo, dear ones. I am observer. And I like to watch.